Everybody's still talking about last night. Matthew Tkachuk scored a hat trick for the Calgary Flames in a Game 1 9-6 victory over the Edmonton Oilers, the highest scoring Stanley Cup playoff game in over 20 years. Joining us to talk about it, Hockey Hall of Famer, Flames legend, and our good friend Lanny McDonald. The people want to know, Lanny, if you were able to sleep last night, man. How was your night with that wild barn burner?
Oh my gosh, it had a little bit of everything, didn't it? I absolutely loved it, and to be able to score 9 goals, for Markstrom not to have his best game and you still win, and Connor McDavid score 4 points and you still win. I thought there was all kinds of positives, and especially with Tkachuk scoring, Coleman, who had worked so hard all through that Dallas series and was kind of snake bitten, and he gets 2 goals. Mangiapane scores another big goal. So there were so many positives to take out of it, but mostly you got the win.
For sure, and I got to ask you this, Lanny. I don't know if you would agree, and I do not want to put a damper on anything, but all the hype, all the build-up, did you not get a sense the game was over a minute in with the Flames up 2-0? Like, did you see a noticeable change in the teams right after that?
No, you know what? Even when it was 3-1, and I did an interview on the game, the telecast, and I said right away, this is going to take 60 minutes, and it may even go to overtime. You got to keep playing hard, start to finish. And fortunately, even when they tied it up 6-6, and we came right back and scored early in the third period. And that was kind of a game changer. And we got our feet back under us again. And Markstrom, in the third period, had to probably come up with 3 great saves that could have been easily a sure goal. So, yeah, there was lots of positives in the game. We didn't have Tanev in the lineup. And you got the 2 points and you got the first win that you needed. And now you work on game number 2.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got to ask you this. I know you love Darryl Sutter. They say there's 2 sides of him. I've only seen one. I'm sure you've seen both. But I did love his comment last night where he said after the game, hey, you guys said the first series was too boring, so I told the guys to score more goals. Like, what are we going to see the rest of the way in this series?
You know, I think you're going to see a whole lot more games that are in the 4-2, 5-3 range. I don't think you're going to see 9 goals. But if you do, I certainly hope it's the Calgary Flames scoring it. But that's tongue-in-cheek with Darryl, just being Darryl all over again, trying to control the media as best he does.
Any take on these other series? Your thoughts just coming out of round 1, all the comeback victories. I mean, we always say the round 1 has been the best, and every year it seems to be. Just your overall thoughts on these Stanley Cup playoffs.
You know what? The NHL must be absolutely ecstatic right now after the first round of the playoffs to have 5 of those 8 series go in 7 games. And the last 2 go into overtime. They got to be absolutely like rubbing their hands together. So happy with the product. And now you go into round number 2. And by the way, that round number 1 is the hardest round to get out of. And if you go all the way back to '89, and you look when we won the Cup. Game 7, overtime, and we find a way to win it. Game 7, overtime, and the Flames find a way to win it again.
I tell you what, I really have enjoyed my time in Calgary, by the way, and it was Tim Hunter, I think, that brought up that you guys winning in the Forum were the first road and only team, right, Lanny, to win in the Forum a Stanley Cup. That's something.
Well, it really was, and now that the Forum no longer exists, we are the only team, and for all time. So that was so cool. And yeah, to be able to do that, and we didn't want to go to Game 7, even though you'd be at home, because we knew Patrick Waugh could steal a series all over again, and Mike Vernon played unbelievable and really outplayed Patrick Waugh in that series, and thank goodness we found a way to win in 6.
Hey, by the way, Darren Workman watching in Salt Lake City, Utah. All the comments come out about your mustache, of course. He says, best NHL mustache, Lanny. Best NBA mustache, Walt Frazier. MLB, Raleigh Fingers. NFL, Ben Davidson. Best 80s movies, Burt Reynolds. TV, Tom Selleck. And best current mustache, Sam Elliott. That's some esteemed mustachioed company, Lanny.
Well, I love them all, but Sam Elliott might be my all-time favorite. That slow-walking, slow-talking dude slash cowboy. And he plays the perfect part in every movie he's ever in.
Yeah, he plays the same role, whether he's a biker or a cowboy or whatever. My cousin Chris in Medicine Hat, she wants to know if Lanny can go anywhere, ever leave the house without being recognized. Does it ever happen?
No, you know what? It's so much fun. People are hockey fans, and especially when you have a series like this, Battle of Alberta, you try and make sure they have a great time. I was out early this morning grabbing coffee, and everyone wanted to talk the game last night, and that's what you do. You make new hockey fans all over, and any kids that you run into, you make sure that they're excited, maybe have a picture with you, because that's the next generation.
Well, it is very exciting. I'm missing Calgary right now because of the positive vibes and how much fun we had there. Andrew Stute, Quebecer, says, I love Lanny, but as a Habs fan, his goal in the final against my Habs broke my heart. LOL. Bonjour, Lanny. From Jennifer, she wants to know who you think will start in goal for the Oilers in Game 2. Would you come back with Mike Smith?
I think they are definitely coming back with Mike Smith. Mike is a competitor. He's a battler. And yes, we were lucky enough to score 3 quick ones on him in, I think, 9 or 10 shots. And Koskinen let in 6. I think they will definitely, because of the last series against LA, they'll come back with Smith, and we'll try and do it all over again.
Should be fun Friday night. Lastly, Lanny, before I let you go, I have to bring up Cinnaboya. I was talking with Curtis Nelson this morning. They're still raving about that wonderful night that we had down there. He said that you went to every single table in the place. Lanny, that was like 40 tables, man. How'd you find the time and visited with everybody? That was quite a time in Assiniboia, Saskatchewan there a month or so ago.
You know what? And you did such a great job in emceeing and keeping it light and having fun with the people. And to be able to go to a smaller community like that and help raise funds for their community center was so much fun. And to be able to get around to, I tried to get to every table. It was a great night all the way around, and hopefully people had as much fun as I did.
Oh, they did, and you did hit every table. That's what they're saying anyway. Nelson, one of the viewers, says, meeting Lanny was one of my highlights of the Heritage Classic weekend here in Regina, from one of the viewers. So, yeah, it was big fun, Lanny, and I appreciate that. And I was glad that I asked you about your first NHL game story. You get the twinkle in your eye when I brought that up. Is that your favorite story? I'm not going to ask you now because we're almost out of time, but that's got to be your favorite story.
Oh, I have so many favorite stories. And as you can tell by the smile on my face, I have had a blast from day one to still today, and having so much fun cheering on the current team. Go Flames, go.
Absolutely. Well, Lanny, you are the best. I appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the series with your Flames, and thanks for the time today.
Always a pleasure. You take care.
Hockey Hall of Famer and the chairman of the Hockey Hall of Fame voting committee, Lanny McDonald. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of the Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.